How are you using AI to enhance your customer experience? Now, I'm wondering about this because I'm having lots of conversations with people right now about AI and specifically AI for customer experience. Partly that's because I've got a new keynote presentation, Customers on Your Side, which is about exactly that, but also partly because I'm having lots of conversations with leaders in organizations who realize that AI is solid, it's here to stay, and it's pretty good, and they can see opportunities for using AI to enhance their customer experience. They just don't know how to do it, and they don't know where to do it in the way that they engage with customers. So let's talk about that. And I think there are three broad areas where you can use AI to enhance your customer experience. But before we get into them with an AI focus, let me take you back to maybe 30, 35, 40 years ago when I was a kid and I would go and buy things from the deli just around the corner, 5 minutes walking distance from me. And because I used to go there regularly after school, the deli owner knew me. And it was the deli owner who was running the deli. And so he knew all his customers, especially his regular customers. And I reckon that he engaged in three ways, at three different touch points. So the first one is the interface with the customer. So he knew me when I came in, and he knew the conversations that we had in the past. So he knew what I'd be looking for, and if I was looking for something different, he'd be able to understand that and recommend something for me. So that's the interface. That's a customer interface. And that's one of the best ways that you can use AI as well. And in fact, if I asked you, where would you use AI to work with customers? The most common answer I get is chatbot, to have an AI chatbot. Now, you remember a few years ago, AI chatbots were only things that you do on websites where you type in a comment and then an AI might respond to you or a human might respond to you. And for a while, you didn't actually know whether it was a robot or a human. But AI chatbots have got better and better and better. And they're not just written text chatbots anymore. There are AI voice assistants and voice chatbots that can do customer service pretty well. And even if they're not doing it themselves, you might have a human customer service agent, but behind the scenes, when they're talking to a customer, they can be interacting with a chatbot behind the scenes so that they can look up customer database information, see the customer's history, understand the problem that they might be having or have had in the past to help them serve that human customer. So the customer interface is one of the best ways to get started with using AI. It's in fact probably the most common way that businesses around the world are using AI now to enhance their customer experience. It's right there up front at the interface level. The second level is what I call insights. And let's go back to the deli owner. So the deli owner wasn't just able to communicate with me and recognize me when I walked into the deli, but also based on what he knew about me and my history, he was able to recommend things that I might be interested in the future. Of course, he's got a profit motive to do that, but it was also in my best interests to know what he'd be recommending to me, because that might be something that I would be interested in. And instead of him recommending everything in the shop, he knew about me and what I'd bought in the past and what I'm interested in to make personalized recommendations. And of course, now the same's true with AI. So AI for customer experience, look at that second area, which is about customer insights. So AI is not just able to chat with customers, but able to use what it knows to do things like personalized marketing, to make offers that are going to be relevant and targeted for each individual customer. You know this already. If you shop at Woolies or Coles and you've got a Woolies Everyday Rewards card or a Coles Flybuys card, you know that there's AI behind them that is gathering information about you every time you shop and use the card, and it can make personalized recommendations, offers, special offers on your birthday, and that sort of thing. So that's the second area. So the first area is about the interface itself, so engaging directly with the customer. The second area is also engaging, but is based on the insights as is derived from the customer's history. And with AI, it's not just the customer, the customer, that it doesn't just use your data, but it also uses data from customers like you. So, Amazon was one of the first to do this, that when you bought a book on Amazon.com, it would say other customers who bought this book also bought these other books, and it would recommend other books for you. Netflix does the same thing when recommending what appears for you on your home screen when you open up Netflix. It shows what you've been watching and makes recommendations based on what you might be interested in, but those recommendations are based on customers like you. Spotify does the same thing. So that's the second area, which is using AI for customer insights. And the third area is another I. So we've had already interface and insights. The third one is infrastructure. And this is not directly related to an external facing customer engagement, but is what you do in your business to be able to serve your customers better in the future. Let me go back to the deli owner again. So if you think about what the deli would stock, it's not the same thing all the time. It might change based on certain circumstances. So, for example, an easy one is you can think about the weather or the climate. So in summer, of course, the freezer was full of icy poles. And in winter, perhaps the deli owner might have even had a smaller freezer and make more room for a hot air space where you could sell sausage rolls and pies and pasties, because they'll be better in winter. Now, of course, your mileage may vary, and you might say there's nothing better than a sausage roll after school, even on a hot summer's day, and that's true. So you wouldn't get rid of the sausage rolls altogether, but the deli owner would make decisions about what he stocks for the customers who are coming in, knowing a little bit about not just what they want, but about external circumstances. So again, AI, if you apply AI to some of your infrastructure questions and some of the challenges that you think about stocking inventory but not overstocking, if you think about AI for managing some of your other business processes, AI even managing the staff that you have and scheduling rosters and those things that happen in the background, which are internal to the business but do affect and influence the customer experience, then that's a third way that you can use AI to enhance your customer experience. So broadly, those are the three ways. So customer interface, customer insights, and then business infrastructure. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to do them in that sequence, but there are three things that you might consider in your business when you start deploying AI for enhancing your customer experience. Now, if you'd like to know more about this, first of all, you can definitely engage me to speak at your conference with my Customers on Your Side keynote presentation, or you can engage me to come and talk to your teams, and especially your leadership teams, and especially your customer-facing teams about AI for customer experience. Or if you'd like to get started, I've just written a new report which is all about this. It's called AI-Powered Customer Experience. It's free from our website, so go to gihanperera.com and download the report, where I've got a number of case studies, examples, advice for you in getting started. And also the fourth thing, which I haven't mentioned so far, is also some of the governance and guardrails that you should be thinking about when using AI in general, but especially AI when it's externally facing, dealing with customers, because you're dealing with real human beings there, and you've got to be careful about the way that you use it. So you can use it very effectively, but make sure you use it safely, ethically, and responsibly. So again, go to gihanperera.com, download the report, and after having looked through it, I'd love to get your feedback and have a conversation about it. I'll see you in the future.